The sky didn't just crack. It fractured. Pamia's divine spear, a pure beam of judgment, descended toward the capital, designed to erase everything and everyone below. The city erupted into chaos. Citizens screamed, their voices swallowed by the sheer terror of divine wrath. The kingdom's strongest knights, clad in their shining armor, froze in place, completely paralyzed. Even the royal mags, masters of arcane arts, couldn't move a muscle under that crushing, absolute authority. It was the end. But Scarlet didn't kneel. And neither did Julius. Standing side by side, they faced the heavens. Julius slammed his fist into his palm, his voice ringing out with unshakable resolve. Heroic tale, maximum output. A torrent of golden light erupted around them, surging upwards to form a massive, shimmering barrier. The divine spear crashed against it with an impact that split the very clouds in half, sending shockwaves across the entire continent. The capital was saved, for now. Yet, as the immediate danger passed, something felt wrong. This wasn't just the righteous anger of a goddess. No, this felt different. This felt like panic. High above, suspended in the fractured sky, Pamia's serene expression twisted. Her divine composure was cracking. Why? Because deep beneath the capital, something had just activated. Miles underground, hidden behind ancient, powerful seals and scriptures long forgotten by history, a chamber hissed open. Dust that had settled for millennia fell from stone walls. Thick, enchanted chains, forged to bind the impossible, shattered into 1,000 pieces. At the center of the chamber, a mechanical core, dark and silent for ages, pulsed with a sudden, brilliant light. A voice echoed through the subterranean labyrinth, not with emotion, not with rage, but with a cold, calm, absolute finality. Revelation Protocol. Stage 2 initiated. Divine imbalance detected. Target classification, Goddess Pamia. Pamia felt it instantly. A cold dread, a feeling she hadn't experienced in eons, washed over her. Her radiant wings of light flickered, her form momentarily unstable. Impossible, she whispered, her voice laced with disbelief. That relic, it was erased from history. It shouldn't exist. But gods, as it turns out, are excellent at lying to themselves. Because it did exist. From its ancient prison, Prototype Zero began to rise. It wasn't fully human. It wasn't fully machine. It was a perfect, terrifying construct forged by an entity known only as Origin, the supreme overseer of universal balance. Its purpose was simple, yet devastating. It wasn't created to protect humanity, nor was it meant to destroy it. Its sole function was to judge gods who interfere too much, who overstep their cosmic boundaries. Back on the surface, amidst the wreckage of the royal arena, Scarlet suddenly felt a wave of cold clarity wash over her. It was a strange sensation. Time itself seemed to slow to a crawl. But this wasn't the blessing of the time goddess, Cronoa. This was something else entirely, something rewriting the very priorities of reality around her. Ignoring this new presence, Pamia, now desperate, launched another divine blast. This one was stronger, brighter, a furious torrent of power meant to annihilate everything. Julius met it head-on, pouring every last ounce of his heroic energy into his defense. The resulting explosion was catastrophic. The shockwave blew them both back, shattering the already damaged arena into dust and rubble. The ground itself cracked open, splitting into a massive chasm. And from beneath the ruins, a figure emerged. It was covered in sleek, silver armor that seemed to absorb the light. A glowing core pulsed steadily in its chest, and its eyes were completely devoid of emotion. It was Prototype Zero. The very air became still, heavy with an authority that dwarfed even Pamia's. For the first time, the goddess's voice trembled. You were sealed. You were not meant to awaken. Prototype Zero tilted its head, a subtle, almost curious gesture. Correction. Divine overreach detected. Punishment protocol authorized. And as it spoke, the entire sky, once red with Pamia's power, darkened. This wasn't an absence of light. It was a system override. Strange, intricate symbols spread across the clouds like the circuitry of a cosmic computer. Pamia tried to flee, to escape this impossible situation, but her body froze midair. She wasn't held by magic. She was held by a higher authority. Scarlet stared up, her mind struggling to comprehend what she was seeing. What is that? She breathed. Julius, standing beside her, his expression grim, answered quietly. a weapon against gods. Enraged and trapped, Parmia screamed. She unleashed every single ounce of stolen power she had channeled through the Saintess Terraneza's body. Holy flames rained down from the sky. Divine chains, glowing with celestial energy, lashed out, attempting to bind the silent figure. But it was useless. Every single attack, no matter how powerful, simply disintegrated into nothingness before it could even reach Prototype Zero. The construct didn't even flinch. It simply raised one hand. Authority revoked, it stated. In that instant, Parmia's divine blessing, the very source of her power in this world, shattered like glass. Terraneza, her body finally freed, fell from the sky, mortal once more. The goddess's luminous form began to crack, her projection destabilizing. This world was never yours to control, the mechanical voice echoed across the silent city. Parmia made one last, desperate stand. I am a goddess, she roared, a final declaration of her own perceived divinity. Prototype Zero's core flared with a blinding white light. Denied. A single, thin beam of energy shot upward from its chest. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't explosive. It was simple, quiet, and absolute. Parmia's divine projection collapsed instantly, vanishing without a trace. The oppressive red sky faded away, replaced by the normal blue. The crushing pressure that had suffocated the capital vanished. Silence returned. Slowly, cautiously, the citizens began to stand up, looking around in a daze. The capital, miraculously, still existed. Scarlet let out a breath she didn't realize she'd been holding. But the ordeal wasn't over. Prototype Zero didn't celebrate its victory. It didn't offer any words of reassurance. Instead, it slowly turned its emotionless gaze directly toward her, Scarlet L. Van Dimian. Her heart skipped a beat. How did it know her name? Evolver candidate confirmed, the voice continued. Potential anomaly detected. Instinctively, Julius stepped in front of her, shielding her with his body. But the construct ignored him. Its attention was solely on Scarlet. You disrupted divine manipulation through independent choice, it stated. Variable classified, free will. And for the first time, for just a fraction of a second, the machine's tone sounded almost curious. Then, its core flickered. Revelation protocol incomplete. Further observation required. And just like that, as suddenly as it had appeared, Prototype Zero vanished. There was no explosion, no flash of light, no sound. It was simply gone. Scarlet stared at the empty space where it had been, her mind reeling. The gods, the supposed masters of their world, had just been judged and dismissed. But in their place, something far more terrifying had awakened. Not a deity, not a demon, but a system that watches everything. And she, Scarlet L. Van Dimian, had just been marked by it. Julius turned to her, his face serious, his voice low. This isn't over. Scarlet could only nod in agreement. For the first time, she felt like she truly understood the scale of the conflict she was in. The real enemy wasn't the crazed goddess Parmia. It wasn't the manipulated Saintess Terraneza. It wasn't even the concept of fate she had been fighting against. The real enemy was the hidden, unseen system that was controlling the world itself from behind the scenes. And now, it was watching her. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like and subscribe for the next chapter of Scarlet's journey. See you next time.